A shrill cry echoed in the mist. We didn't know what it was until we looked out of the window. Skeletons on the astroturf. We tried to call the police but there was no signal. Could this be the end of the world? Then we saw Mr. Leroy's body, still intact, stand up and wave at us. We knew he was dead. Mrs. Leroy was weeping her eyes out. A few hours passed and we heard a loud sound. We didn't know what it was until Mr. Bam Bam came to our English room and told us that the red block had collapsed and everyone was dead. There were murderers on the loose. The door handle became as hot as a molten piece of metal, so we had to smash the windows to get out. Mrs. Leroy couldn't handle the death of her husband, so she jumped out of the window to her death. Mr. Steak came to the door and told us that we had to go to a detention. We knew he wasn't alive because there were black wires going through his head. I shouted, "You son of a gun," just before my hero Gordon Bennett threw a bomb at him. The next day, all of the Macs shattered. Everyone started screaming because we knew this was the end as my friends became skeletons in front of my eyes. It was only me and my best friend Harry alive as we were praying that we wouldn't die. Then I noticed Louis photocopying my story. I was really mad but I couldn't do anything about it. I noticed that Sarah was next to us and I shouted, "Die wires," as I stabbed her in the heart. It was too late when I had realized that she didn't have wires in her head. Me and Harry kissed each other as we died. The end.